There are so many men out there that are disappointed that their girl isn't giving them what they need. The real issue is not them not giving you what you need. I think the issue is you not knowing how to express what you need. Often we express our frustrations with anger instead of leaning into our girl and telling her, hey, babe, I really like it when you do this. I really like it when you do that. But so many men in that position focus on what they're not getting instead of what they want from their female. Bruh, now I already know what y'all are gonna say. My girl doesn't cook for me. She doesn't clean for me. She doesn't do all these things. But how many of y'all have leaned into your woman and had an Oprah conversation about what your needs are? That's not an accusation. That's not being mean to her, but just really having a vulnerable conversation about what you need now at this point in your life. Women naturally want to be able to deliver those needs to us, but unfortunately, a lot of us don't know how to express our needs to our woman. Here's what no one is telling you. Your woman wants to be everything that you need her to be. The thing is, you have to work on talking to her and actually teaching her how to be those things. Because more than likely, when you first got with her, you were showing her your strength and showing her what you could do. Now you start to transition into something else to where you actually want more of her help and you want her to lean into you. So instead of being mad at her for not being what you want her to be, I want you to softly express to her the things that you would like and what you want from her and see how that goes. Now, here's the truth that nobody's going to tell you when dealing with your woman. Because you were telling her to treat you a little different, she may not automatically just adjust to that. So you're actually going to have to teach and work with her on being those things that you need her to be. Now, real talk, once men get into their 30s, the game has changed a lot. And so this is where women want you to be softer, want you to know how to talk to them. If not, unfortunately, they shut down. And they don't do this intentionally, but so many men take it personal. They don't look at themselves in the mirror. They focus on their partner and how they're reacting instead of really gaming it out in our minds and understanding like, hey, we provide leadership. And if we're providing leadership, we have to understand how to communicate with our partners and get them to work with us on issues, not working against us. So I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this. Men, women are not mind readers. If you got her showing strength, if you want her to be softer now, you're gonna have to tell her. Talk to her about how much you appreciate when you can lay between her legs and she rubs your waves. Tell her how much it means to you when you ride in the car and she grabs your hand without saying nothing. You see, we think those things in our head and we're scared to say that to our women. So here's the challenge, men. I want you to step up to your plate, show that vulnerable side with your girl, and show real strength, not this toxic BS that we were raised to believe what strength is pertaining to a man. So here's where the tables turn. Telling your woman what you need is not a weakness, and she is not going to look at you like you're weak. When you lean into her and you be vulnerable, she's actually going to be turned on with how vulnerable you're able to be with her and how connected she feels. To many men, this feels foreign, but to a woman, this is something that she's likely been craving and wanting you to do. When you're expressing this with your girl, remember, lean into it softly. Don't speak out of frustration. She doesn't need to sense that. She needs to sense that she can feel safe with you and that when you're expressing yourself, it's not contempt or it's not criticism. It's really just you talking to your homie, talking to your lover, talking to your friend. So if you're one of my clients, this is what I would tell you to do. This week, pick one time to lay up with your girl. Either her cuddling with you or you laying between her legs or something that's intimate. I want you to talk to her about some things that you want her to do. And when you do this, I want you to say this in a loving way because this is not a test. This is you being vulnerable with her and see how she responds. I think you'll be surprised. So we're going to wrap this up. Listen, your girl is not failing you. You just have to learn to communicate with her. When y'all initially got together, you were likely in a state of mind to where you were hungry, you were driven, and you were applying that pressure. And that's how she learned how to care for you. As you get older, you need to be a little bit softer. You need to be a little bit more vulnerable because there are a lot more things at stake. So instead of putting pressure on the situation, you relieve the pressure and you lean into her. Being vulnerable with your woman is so sexy to her. When you are coming at her or attacking her or testing her, that is a repellent for intimacy. That's a repellent for love. And that is a repellent for you getting what you want from your woman. I know some of these things are foreign, and that's why I work with men one-on-one to help them build real intimacy into their relationships and know how to get what they want from not just their woman, but from their relationships. Everyone deserves that. If you're interested, reach out. Take care. Peace.